George, just want to ask, like, what does it mean to show out and get a win in your hometown?
It means a lot being back home. A lot of family and friends got to come. The most important thing was just getting a dub, though. Everything else kind of went out the window, as the game went on and stuff like that. So, channeling my emotions and just, trying to get a dub was my main thing. But it felt good.
When Purdy went down, we kind of asked about, you and Wayne's relationship and stepping up as you guys the duo. How was he made you better and you kind of sharpen each other's game throughout the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I talked about it a couple weeks back, just the competitive edge that all of us in the running book have. Just trying to maximize and be efficient with all the work we do. And, Wayne has been taking advantage of his opportunities. And, our relationship is really good. Obviously, it's a duo. We got Joby in there as well. But we just feed off each other. And it almost like when he's in there, he's running the ball, like I'm on the sideline, I feel like I'm in there running the ball. And when he gets back to the sideline, we're talking about his runs and vice versa. When I get back, he's talking about our runs and things he sees. So kind of just feeding off each other is just, what makes us us.
Does it feel good for your offensive coordinator to still trust in the running game even when a couple guys still go down?
No, definitely. I mean, running the ball is essential. Helps out the passing game, helps out Alonzo, quarterback, and being able to, you seen that last possession kind of eat away the clock too. So running the ball is always going to be essential, I feel like. But we got to do our job and help him out so he calls it more.
What kind of goes into the mindset? I know this past weekend you started getting touches early, and then in the third quarter it dipped a little bit, and it was maybe Wayne in there a little bit more. So what goes into creating that mindset of staying locked in, that even though you may not be getting all of the carries in the middle of the game, but you may still be needed like late in the fourth?
Yeah, I mean, mindset stays the same. Honestly, I'm not even really thinking about how many carries or me not getting the ball. It's really not about me. It's about the team. And, just staying locked in because, like you said, like in the fourth quarter, that was kind of my drive at the end. And, if my mindset changes or it slips, I might not be able to, break some of those runs I did. So it doesn't really matter, when I get the ball, whether it's early or if I don't get in the third quarter, whatever the case may be, kind of just staying locked in, having that mindset. And, when I'm on the field, I got to take advantage of it.
How did you create it? Is it just years and years of practice and kind of being in that game time mentality?
Yeah, I think just having that mindset of like just locked in, like a flow state of mind. I don't know if y'all have heard of that. I play a lot of chess. When you play chess, you can't really think. You got to just know and kind of just stay locked in. That's how I kind of am in the game, and that's kind of where I'm at. Flow state of mind. That's what I say.
What have been your early impressions of App State when you turn on the tape?
The guys fly around. I played them the 2 years at UNC as well, and that environment that we're going to step in is definitely no joke. So they're going to come to play. I got to look at them scheme-wise a little bit more to really talk about that and go into detail. But those guys are going to fly around.
And then when Wayne's getting those carries in the third quarter, and then you come back in the fourth, how does that? I imagine you got to feel really fresh for that.
Oh no,
stretch.
definitely.
How big is that?
Yeah, no, I'm ready to go. Obviously, I'm eager to get in there at all times in the game. But when Wayne's doing his thing, or Joby, or whatever the case may be, I'm just staying locked in. And when I got my drive in the fourth quarter, I was fresh. It was really no getting tired at that point. Game on the line.
It's like a curious question, but a couple of years ago when you went to Kid Brewer Stadium, that was a wild game against North. Well, it was you guys against App State. What did you kind of remember about that game, and what did you kind of remember about that environment?
The environment was crazy. I think we were up, like 30 or 20 points going into the fourth quarter, and they came all the way back and almost forced an overtime. So they're gonna fight, and it doesn't matter how much we're up. It doesn't really matter. They're just gonna stay in the game. They're gonna fight until the end, and we gotta be locked in all keys.
Any other questions? I'm just curious if any of the returners from last year have mentioned anything about JMU versus App State, some of the guys that lost that tough game, and does it feel anything different about playing App State, especially it's like 2 rivalry games in a row, it feels like?
Yeah, there's so much on the line. I feel like the guys have definitely talked about it. Obviously, when I got here, they talked about it, and they just said it's a big game, and we're going on the road, and it's a lot on the line, so we got to win the game.
Kind of similar to what I asked Coach too. Obviously, you've only been here for one game against a Virginia-based team, but how nice is it to kind of keep that standard up of kind of always winning these games against in-state opponents?
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I seen social media posted. But that's huge. That's huge for us. That's huge for recruiting. Bragging rights, obviously, in Virginia. I'm from Virginia, so I get to say I go to the best school in Virginia. But it definitely means a lot down the road, and we got to keep staying on top in Virginia.
And then kind of similar, like with George, you going back to the 757 and getting that interception, how good did that one feel to just kind of get that moment?
Yeah, it felt amazing. First one of the season. I think I was one of the only guys in the starting back end that didn't have one. So the guys in the safety room was like, come on, this has got to be the game that you got it. So it was really, really exciting, and I was just happy it was in a good part of the game where I could kind of get some momentum back for our offense and our team.
Walk me through that play. I mean, Joseph was running around about to make a play. What did you kind of see on that to jump that route?
Yeah, I was in the post. First, you got to do your job and take care of the middle of the field. I think Coach Henfield did a great job of calling a great scheme up with the blitz path, and it got him going out of the pocket. Once he's out of the pocket, like the field's kind of shrink to one half. So just try to go over there and try and find the loser, and I don't think nobody lost necessarily. I think he kind of threw it up and I saw him throw it up. I'm like, I can't believe you threw this. So I'm glad I was able to make a play and get 2 feet in and get good field position for our offense. Yeah.
I'm guessing you have a lot of family there. What were those moments like after the game? Seeing some of your
Yeah, it was fun. I saw a lot of people in the stands that I knew and they knew me. So it was exciting just being close to home and be able to make a play in front of all of them. That was a great moment for me. Yes, sir.
You're no stranger to playing in some hostile environments, and you guys have another one coming up this weekend. What are you seeing out of App State, and kind of how excited are you to get down there and kind of experience that kind of stadium and loudness?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have one of the biggest stadiums in the Sun Belt, so that's always exciting. I think the bigger the stadium, the better the atmosphere. That's advantage JMU. We're gonna take that and use that as advantage. Coach Chesney always says, like, hey, when we're away, we're really at home. These are our fans. These are our cheers, and we're going to use that for our advantage. I'm excited, though. I'm excited.
Yeah, Coach Chesney had a lot of praise for Joey Aguilar, but the one thing he's kind of been a little bit weak on is the picks. He's thrown, I think, 12 picks. What are you going to do to try and throw him off come Saturday?
We just gotta do our job. If everybody does their job, he has nowhere to throw it, and hopefully he makes that a mistake, and we just got to make him pay for it.
Is there anything else you see out of him? I mean, he seems to take off a little bit as well, so he can run a little bit as well, it seems.
Yeah, we just got to contain him in the pocket and make him beat us with his arm. And if we do that, I think we have a great shot of having a great game.
You mentioned Coach Hemphill already. Just what makes it so much fun to play in his scheme?
That guy's so smart. He's so smart, and I think he watches so much tape, and with the tape that he watches, I think it's kind of like he can see in the future some things that they haven't even ran. He's like, hey, watch out for this, and 9 times out of 10 you see it, and I'm like, I kind of look at him and he looks at me. I'm like, okay, like this guy knows his stuff. Yeah.
I think I've asked you this a couple weeks ago, but you've been around so many different programs, with only a few more guaranteed games left in your career. What has sort of JMU meant to you so far this season in this community and this team?
Honestly, it means everything. Just being able to come home and play for my last season. Even just last game. I've been in college for 6 years. This is my first time. Last game was my first time being a captain, and that moment meant a lot to me. And just because Coach Chesney looked at me as a captain and looked at me as a leader, and I'm at home, it was amazing. It was a great feeling, and I'm glad I was able to leave home with something and bring something back to JMU.
I was a little curious. What play did you enjoy more, the run back against Southern Miss or that pick against ODU? Because both.
Yeah, I think they were both exciting. I think obviously I got in the paint with the Southern Miss, but I think just the timing of the pick, 3rd and 4, kind of momentum swinging their way. Just being able to make that play and get our offense in a good field position in a close game where it's kind of got to have it. I think that one's just a little bit more special. Yes, sir.
And like I asked Coach and GP, being from Virginia yourself, how does it feel to just be at this program where it just seems to always win against those Virginia opponents?
Yeah, man, we run Virginia. We say the Sun Belt goes through Harrisonburg every week, and it was just an amazing feeling. I think we're at 20-0 versus Virginia team, which is a crazy stat line. So just being able to be a part of that, and it was a gritty win. It wasn't pretty on offense, it wasn't pretty on defense, but just seeing the fight out of those guys, and no one quit, and we handled everything, the pressure, everything. I think we handled it well, and I think that was really good.